Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shoot it to the right, shoot it to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to this episode of What a Horse. We got a gentleman to say hi to, right?
Yes, sir.
He called me the other day.
Yep.
What's his name?
Mr. Osmond.
Mr.
I want to tell you hello and appreciate you watching us.
We sure do, and appreciate the phone call. And he will find you a horse. One way or the other, he'll find you a horse. All right, I'm going to let you do your gig. I beat you to it this time. I knew I'd get you. So let her go.
We'll be right back after these messages.
Welcome to where the 5 to 9 more than makes up for the 9 to 5. To where you check your troubles, along with your coat. And days are made, even at 10 at night. Welcome to the best time you've ever had, since the last time you were here. To old friends, new experiences, and forgotten cares. Welcome to where life moves at the speed of you. Welcome to Sam's Town Tunica Hotel and Gambling Hall by Boyd. Welcome to where you want to be.
When asked why I go with light tube, well, the answer is pretty simple. In 1946, a company was formed to provide phone systems and nurse call systems at an affordable price. That company would continue to grow. In 2000, that communication team realized the dot-com bubble would provide power, flexibility, and efficiency to house voice-over internet phone services. So they built their own platform and installed their first voice-over IP system in 2001. While Host My Calls was getting started in 1946, a year later, in 1947, saw the beginning of the Tullahoma Utility Authority. They would start providing electric power to homes and businesses throughout the entire Tullahoma area. In 1977, as more services were needed, the current building was built to provide both power and water to meet the needs as Tullahoma's growth continued. And in 2008, Tullahoma would venture into the world of fiber optics and start providing the strongest internet service in the area at affordable prices. With the history of these two companies providing dependable service, selecting LightTube for Host My voice, text, and video to run over was an easy choice. Call today, 931-581-4411, and start experiencing great communications.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
Welcome back. I do have a couple of announcements before we get started. Coleman County Classic is this weekend, May 17th. Greg Johnson's who you contact, 931-242-3957. Start time is 5 p.m. and Derek Monahan will mark the cards. May 22nd through the 24th is our fun show. Now, that's always a great one, buddy. 931-684-5915 can give you all the information you want. Start time 6 p.m. Judge Bill Cantrell, Robert Kortner, and Brett Grider will mark the cards, and I do believe Bill Cantrell will be a celebration judge.
I think he should. I think he's been in this business for a long time.
Everybody's bragging about his
Yes.
judging, I can tell you that. And then Columbia Spring Jubilee is the 29th through the 31st. Amanda Manis, Jamie Bradshaw, and Chris Zan will mark the cards. You can call 931-797-3139 for information. A lot's going on this year. Right now they're celebrating 90 years of the Breeders Association, and here's some tidbit of news. The TWEBA, Tennessee Walking Horse Breeders and Exhibitors Association, was the first American breed that was formed. It was formed in 1935. Then I found out that 5 years later, the Quarter Horse Registry decided there needed to be an American registry of horses, and they started in 1940.
Okay.
We just beat them by 5 years.
That's right.
And
That's
our horse named after Tennessee. Their horse named after quarter century. No, I'm just joking. That's good. It's good we have registries in Tennessee and everything, because I know Tennessee Walking Horse was bred to be Tennessee Walking Horse. Also want to mention, you and I had talked in Mike Inman. We're putting together a sale that we haven't finalized the location, but we are going to have it about June 21st.
Yes.
Here's the kick. We want to bring horses in, so we're limited. We're only going to have 30. Is that right?
Yes.
30. Mm-hmm. And the commissions are going to be split between the sale, which is to support FAST and our legal fund, and the trainer. I've always felt that when you go to a sale and the trainer has worked, that you take it to a sale and sell it, it kind of cuts that trainer out.
Yes. And
So
he worked hard at it.
We're going to keep the trainer in there one way or the other. And in the future, this is one of the reasons we want to do this, because we need to create shows. And a lot of times people don't want to take a horse to a show because they've got a good horse, but they'd rather take him to, a one-night little bitty show someplace than really get out and show him. I'd like to create it to where we have a claiming show to where every horse can be claimed. That way we can have $25,000 horses showing against $25,000 horses.
Yes.
$50,000 horses showing against $50,000 horses. And we won't have to look out here and look at a $35,000 or $40,000 horse in there competing with a $250,000 horse.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
That's a little.
Oh yeah, there's a big difference.
I'm in that $25,000 to $35,000 horse range. But we do have a lot of good horses out here that's just amazing. Now we're going to talk about something that we end up talking about every year or every week. I'm going to show a little video of a saddlebred training. Now this was sent to us by a saddlebred to show one of their training techniques. That right there does no harm to the horse at all. At all. They're using, I guess that's more or less just a standard bungee cord with an action device. Those are the same things that we do, except we don't use the bungee cord that way. They do it because there's trots.
Yes.
So they use it that way. We use it over the shoulders to where it will just make them put pressure on it. People will point at us doing what we do and say, well, that's wrong. It ain't a bit wrong, more wrong than that right there, and there wasn't nothing wrong with that.
And all of it is exercise. I mean, you go to a gym, you got bungee cord stretches that you stretch yourself and everything, and that's all that, either breed. I mean, that's what it is, just to stretch it to help tone the muscles up.
That's it.
In the legs.
That's all it's for.
That's all it's for.
And it's kind of like us using stretchers in the gym.
That's right.
Or the treadmill, or the
you go to physical
steps.
therapy, and they give you stretches to pull your muscles and help your muscles out.
You got it. Now, There's another thing that goes around, and I keep seeing these ads run where they're talking about caustic chemicals being applied to the walking horse. Well, I'm here to tell you that if what they're saying were true, we have some of the toughest, most, just unreal, the strength and the amount of pain that y'all must be supermen. But I want you to look at this. This is one of the videos that they've got out there to where they're dipping into a bucket, they're putting the grease on the horse, but it's with their bare hands.
Yes.
Harsh caustic chemicals are used in a practice called soring, and harmful chemicals were mixed into containers that would not raise the suspicion of onlookers. Dozens of samples taken in this stable tested positive for banned soring substances, revealing that hazardous chemicals, even toxic to organs, were being cooked into the horse's legs.
Now, they were doing that with their hands.
That's right.
And anybody with common sense would know that nobody is going to be putting anything on a horse with their hands that's caustic. So what I can get is the number of people that watch that and believe it. I mean, without even thinking, well, yeah.
Well, because you put something on there that's harmful for your hands or whatever, as soon as you do it, you're going to have to go to the hospital, Jerry.
I mean, that's it.
I mean, the way that they say it, eat the horse's feet and all that stuff, eat our hands or whatever, So, I mean,
that's it. Exactly.
That's just saying stuff that you're not educated about.
That's fact. Now I'm going to show you something else. And this one really got me because I remember back years ago listening to a guy who was trying to save himself, and he disguised his face, made his voice sound different, and he was giving a testimony to the Humane Society of the United States, more or less, to save himself. And he was talking about Dawn soap. So I went and looked up the commercials for Dawn soap and did some research. And I want everybody to listen, watch this commercial. It's about 1.5 minutes, 2 minutes long. But it will tell you about Dawn soap.
Remember those commercials where rescue workers use Dawn dishwashing liquid to save oil-soaked animals? Our new spill has us wondering, is that commercial true, or were they just tugging at our heartstrings to get us to buy soap?
In this Verify report, News 8's David Gottfredson spoke to an expert to get some answers.
To help save wildlife affected by oil spills, rescue workers have opened up a lot of Dawn.
Maybe you've seen the commercials on YouTube claiming Dawn dishwashing liquid is the go-to product to clean oil off wildlife that gets caught up in an oil spill, including birds, marine mammals, and turtles.
It's tough on grease, yet gentle.
So we verified. Do they use Dawn dish soap to clean up animals from oil spills? Our expert is Kim Peterson, the supervisor of animal rescue with SeaWorld San Diego. Peterson says before an animal is washed, it receives a physical examination and blood tests. It gets fed and receives fluids. About 24 to 72 hours later, rescue teams use a non-toxic vegetable-type oil to break down the tar-like oil in the animal's fur or feathers. After that, it's washed with warm water and soap.
You just kind of swish the soapy water through the feathers.
And the team does use Dawn dish soap.
I've washed hundreds of animals, and it's very effective.
The same product they've used since the Exxon Valdez oil spill in Alaska in 1989.
That was the safest product that they found and the most effective product that they found, and it has continued on for all these years, and it's what we still use today.
So yes, we can verify Dawn dish soap is used to clean up animals from oil spills. With your Verify report, I'm David Gottfredson, News 8.
All right.
That says it all right there.
It says it, but people believe it. That's what really gets me is we can dispute this stuff, but everybody needs to let everybody else know. All you got to do is research it.
Yes, that's right.
And you can find out exactly. Now we're going to talk about something else. And this is not going to be a whole lot of fun because we're going to point out what I consider corruption, point level. We've got a new person over the BMOs, is my understanding. And I've seen her at a show. It seems like from a distance, just watching her and listening to her talk over her, she's an attractive young lady that very well spoken. But I can't see the difference in her and the one she replaced because they're still allowing DQPs to inspect, or BMOs to inspect horses that does not coincide with what they put on their website that the inspection's supposed to be.
Well, you know, Jerry, she might not know.
Well, Jerry, she should know. If she's in that position, she should know when she got in there. If she does know, then to me she's corrupt. If she does not know, she shouldn't be in that position. She should learn exactly what's going on, or at least look at what an inspection is supposed to go like. Because we're fixing to show one that absolutely shows a very disgusting, unethical inspection on a horse that a gentleman had come to see because they were interested in purchasing it.
And I'm going to tell you, this horse here he just ain't no average meal horse.
No.
I mean, he's a real top horse. I mean, this is a horse that have done very well, very talented horse, you know, and ain't no one going to do something bad to a horse that's got that much talent and that good.
It was a good, what really surprised me is that they even, they videoed her pulling the hair apart, and they was doing it. Now I want y'all to watch how she's on the right foot, but I want you to watch what she does when she goes to the front to inspect this horse. She grabs in the back. Now watch her hand, the one in the back. You're not supposed to be digging, gouging, pushing, but you can tell how she's moving her fingers in the back, down in the pocket where the nerves are. She's grabbing him there.
And that's what I'm saying. When you checking a horse, you're supposed to check, only the time you put your hands on that horse is, if you got him in the front, you don't supposed to have your hands behind at all.
No.
on that horse.
You're holding him up there, you're supposed to be palpating in the front. She is palpating in the back.
In the back and behind at the same time, you know. And just like I say, this is a very talented horse right here.
Well, my point is this. They brought in a new person to be over. And I'm not trying to badmouth the lady, but what I am saying, if she knows the rules and the method that's supposed to be used, and she is not making them use that, then she is no better than the one that she replaced, which we knew didn't even think y'all ride a horse.
Yes.
So it's pretty obvious of everything that goes on. Now, here's another thing. I want you to watch this. She wants her to take a picture. So in order to get the picture, you see how she's scraping the skin apart? If there's a scar there, you should be able to walk up.
When you're doing that right there now, that's telling you that she's putting her nails in the back of that horse's foot right there. You know, and when you got to pick and pull like that, you know, that's uncalled for.
Well, that's what, there's a whole thing. And ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, we're going to upload this to YouTube. And it's going to be marked illegal inspection. And that illegal horse inspection. You need to share this and let everybody see, especially in the saddlebred and Morgan Industries, Hackney Ponies. This is the way that they inspect your horse. I don't care what they tell people they do. But when you have to do that, to write a scar. And here's the big thing about it. If she could have wrote the scar rule and probably got by with it to some extent, but she had to stretch it.
But now, Jerry, when you do that much now,
I know.
Being the truthfully, if you got to pick and stretch and all that stuff just to get a scar up on that horse,
yeah.
You know.
No, but she would have probably got by with it. But she wrote it up on sensitivity.
See, look.
On the right foot.
I mean, she got a nail picking at that horse's feet right there.
Now, this is what we go through with the USDA. They come in. We went to one show that had 34 horses. There was 9 of them there with 4 SUVs to inspect 34 horses that had already been inspected by a trained DQP, which was more than one there.
Yeah.
Now I want you to watch. Now this is another thing that really bothers me. Every time they show up, the first thing they do is they go and get a list of entries. Now she's sitting there and making the handler do everything, repeat everything that she has already got the information on, which makes absolutely no sense at all. It really doesn't. Except to have him stand out there and everybody know she's writing this horse up.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing about it.
But you know, to me, I just think they just do stuff for horses that, you know, that's a contender for the celebration, the winter class celebration, and everything else. And that horse is, I mean, that's a, like I said, he's a real good horse.
Good horse. But he just the thought. Now right there is his foot. Now the DQP, I was told, said that that horse is clean as a whistle, which you can see right there. He's pretty clean. She had to scrape and get hair and everything out of the way. Of course, there's dust and stuff on the horse from walking around. But if you have to do that to find a horse out, plain and simple, lady, you're lying. It's unethical. It's dishonest. And you ought to be fired, sent home, done away with. And that's it. Now, I'm going to move on off of that. I'm going to let her rest a minute. I may come back, though. I can't
I don't know. That hurt my soul right there to watch that video right there.
Well, it does. And I've got...
You know, especially picking and scratching on the back of my horse's foot like that.
Well, I've got close to 20 minutes of that, of her. The way she was doing that horse and moving it around and having him stand in a certain position, it's just ridiculous. Now we're going to show you, this is the caliber of horse that we're going to have in the sale. I got Sir, of course, I'm partial to Sir, but right there is Jeremy. He's riding Sir. Now Sir is a 5-year-old gelded, shows in the show pleasure class. I'm proud of Jeremy the way he's doing. But someone's going to end up buying this horse here for their child or their wife. But I'm going to tell you, it would make a great youth horse.
Well, the biggest thing this sale, Jerry, is putting some talented horses out there, and that's why we limit ourselves so this a certain number of horses so we can have some talent out there.
Well, I like him as a jockey. But I'm going to tell you, I really like this one right here. Now, this is the first time Colt has ever ridden this horse.
Yes.
But now I'm going to make a statement about it. Colt has a physical problem.
Yes.
You tell him about it, Jerry.
He have an artificial valve in his heart. And so every week he got to get his iron ore checked and everything else. So he won't never be able to play no sports or no kind of contact sports or whatever. And I mean, in this right here, he enjoyed this riding these horses and everything. So this the sport that he got to pick up is fun with these horses. So he's enjoyed. But now, like I said, this is the first time he ever rode this horse and everything. And I mean, he done a pretty good job.
I thought he did an excellent job, and we're going to keep him working on it.
Yeah.
So we're going to sell him, but I'm hoping that we can get Colt to a show before then so we can show, because ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to tell you, you ain't going to find a cleaner horse than that.
No, you're not.
I've had him bet check more than anybody would ever dream of, just to make sure that he stays that way. So we're just looking to create different avenues for us to, things for us to do, especially shows.
Yes.
And I really think having a show to where you have a claiming class for every class. I mean, it may be one class you may say, well, these park performance highs, you can buy any of these for $30,000. This right here is an age class. Well, you can buy any of these for 20 or below, 15 below. We'll decide that on the people that come and let them know what the price we're putting on the horse. Because I think it would be a good avenue to create new shows.
Oh, yes.
But create sales between the barns and get people to working together. That's a major thing.
That's the biggest thing.
Working together on our future and what we're going to do and where we're going to have shows. Our thing right now is deciding on the location.
Yes.
Because we have to, once we set it, we do not want to change, and we're going to try to find a place inside.
Yes.
That's going to be, but that could be just about any barn in the country, because just what we come up with.
Yes.
Now, some of the other things that are going on is we're over in Lewisburg, Tennessee. I'm really enthused about the week-long tribute, or whatever you want to call it. Friday morning, they're going to have a luncheon or whatever. I'm gonna enjoy being over. Yeah. Tommy Williams said he might come.
I wish he would.
Ain't he your brother?
Yeah, he's my brother. My brother from another mother.
Your brother from another mother. Boy, you and him make a pair. I'll tell you the truth.
We share the same last name.
Well, where does Chase figure into this?
He's a cousin.
He's a cousin. All right, he's a cousin. All right. We're going to take a short pause for our sponsors, and we'll be right back.
Looking for that perfect horse to suit your wants and needs can be very exhausting and discouraging. But once you find that certain horse, it all changes to joy and excitement. That's why the best place to look for your dream horse is the Equine Performance Horses sales site. We have a lineup of some of the best horses being offered for sale in the equine industry. Whether you're looking for that perfect trail horse, an extreme cowboy mount, or a winning show horse, find the one you desire at Equine Performance Horse sales site. Put a smile on your face, laughter in your heart, and fun in your life by visiting equineperformancehorse.com and find your next mount. To discuss a specific horse, call 931-224-4191 or 931-581-4411.
Hey Tennessee, Ross Chastain here, the guy who likes to smash watermelons on the front stretch at Nashville Super Speedway. But you know what I never smash? Safety rules. Racing's all about control, and the same goes for life on the road. So use your melon and don't mix drinking and driving. It's like trying to race with a busted engine. Be a pit crew hero, and if you've had a few, pass the keys to a sober friend, because we're all racing toward a safer Tennessee, and we want you there at the finish line.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
Welcome back. I just want to remind everybody that the sale that we are putting together will benefit the FAST Legal Fund. That's one thing to remember. Now we're going to take a trip back to the extravaganza.
Back to a flat block, and welcome into the lineup over on the east side.
Oh, Chip Walters announcing. Here's the Hoss. I like it name. the horse and Allie Joe Jacobs.
That's a good horse.
Oh, Allie Joe won again up in Cookville this weekend.
Yes.
Allie Joe Jacobs makes the good ride for the Jacobs family, Murfreesboro.
But I tell you what, a young lady that works as hard as she does, it's showing.
Yes.
She deserves everything
She
she gets. I'll tell anybody that. Because she really does work at it. She doesn't think it's handed to her. And she takes the feet pretty good too. Right here's one that I'd really like. Bentley on I'm Shady.
Yes.
I thought he made a great show.
He did. He made a real good show. But now he got a lot of riding ability that's in his bloodline.
Well, yeah, everybody in the family.
Yes, that's right.
From his great-grandmother on down.
Yep.
They show. You may say he's a natural.
Yeah, that's right.
Zorro Jr.
Right there is Zorro Jr. and Beth Beasley. Bar Beth. I really like that horse.
That is a nice horse.
She gets it done.
Yep. That horse stays in the top.
Yep.
You watch
And
it.
amateur 50 and over, Zorro Jr.
She'll be a top horse for quite a while.
Out of Athens, Alabama.
Quite a while. Good one.
Cousin Bob.
And right here is Cousin Bob. You know, Shane's training that horse himself. I
That's
think I
what-
said that last time. But now he's doing a good job.
He's doing a good job with it. That's right. You know, you figure in this class right here, you get a reserve by this horse is the other horse is trained by a professional horse trainer, and he trained his horse himself in the afternoon when he get off his work.
Yeah. Well, he told me he's normally in the barn till 9, 10 o'clock at night, just working horses, and he's doing a lot of that for his granddaughters.
Yes.
So, and I admire him for it.
Switchblade.
Here's Switchblade. I tell you what, she's getting better and better. That's all I can say about that. She's just getting better and better. But she's getting stronger. She's growing more.
She is sparkling up
And her and that horse are just, I mean, every time you see them, you see improvement.
That's right. Entry of Murfreesboro.
It ain't like me in target practice. The longer I shoot, the worse I get.
Good horse right there.
Yeah, he's smoking, son.
I am big enough.
Right here is I'm Big Enough. That's your current 2024 World Grand
I am
Champion.
big enough. 420 is second.
I can't believe them young ladies are graduating this year.
Yes, they are. They certainly are. That is one thing they are.
They brought me an invitation to graduation party the other day.
Yeah, I got one too. They're going to MTSU. That's where my daughter graduated from. You know, MTSU is the biggest school in Tennessee.
Okay.
It's bigger than UT and Vanderbilt. And right here's another, quite an honor, and Maxine Beasley.
Quite an honor. 459.
All them horses, they got some good horses.
They got some great horses.
Yeah. If I was playing poker, I would want their hand.
Yeah. You better be.
That's right.
Every time.
Yeah.
Just give me them cards.
Yeah.
Maxine Beasley riding for Beth Beasley, Athens, Alabama.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yep, they got some nice ones.
Yakety yak. Eli
Right there, yakety yak.
For Melissa Williams.
And Eli Cunningham for Brittany and Eli Cunningham. And I gotta say it, you ain't got on the yakety yak hat today.
No,
You becoming a banker?
No, yeah, I'm becoming a banker. I'm trying to help support the bank that helps support this industry.
Community Bank.
First Community Bank.
See, I knew exactly who it was. Those are good people down there at Community Bank. A lot of good people are keep their money down there.
Yes.
If I had any, I might give them some of mine.
Block one. Taylor Walters, your owner,
Here's Mark 1. I love this one. Taylor. Now she can flat ride a horse, buddy.
Spring extravaganza. Oh, look at here, coming out of the south turn, it's Mach 1. And Taylor Walters out of Murfreesboro.
Boy, that's a good one. I need one just like him. Right here is Miss Stone Cash and Linda and Noah Botch.
That's a good horse. That's a good man right there. That's a good man.
He's your am.
Yeah.
I can hear Linda now. If it wasn't for me, we wouldn't have won that class. And Noah said, no, I saved us.
Yeah. But Jerry, I'm going into a new business. I'll be a walking billboard. So I'm gonna wear different hats so everybody can see. Yes. So if anybody got hats they want to be shown, just hand me one.
Send me a cap.
Send me a cap.
That's a good horse.
That is a good horse.
Noah's a good rider.
Noah is a real good rider.
Tanner Burks makes a good ride.
Hoop Couture. And Tanner Burks for Noah and Linda Botch. He made a great show. And real good show.
That's another good one. All of them got some good horses. Now.
He
He does a
does.
real good job.
Got some real good ones.
Yeah.
It's Hope Couture. Tanner Burks makes the good ride for Noel and Linda Botch. Shelbyville.
Mossberg, Randy Stone.
Randy Stone makes the good ride.
That's one that CJ really liked.
Yes.
261 is your class winner.
Randy presents a horse very, very well.
Hey, he does very well. Sets a good seat.
Yeah.
Good posture on the horse.
Him and that horse look together. It's like a fit there.
Outlander.
Right there, Outlander and Winky Groover for Mike Rowland, part performance winner. That was Mike that called me when we got ready to do the show. That horse stands out with them stockings, tail, forehead. I mean, you notice him when he comes in.
Oh yeah, he's a nice horse. Got just enough chrome on him where you can recognize him in that rain.
He's walking on.
Yeah.
Mike's a super good guy too. Right here, Tea Time Charlie and Allie Joe Jacobs, your Show Pleasure Youth winner.
309 is your class winner. All the way around, let's take a look at Tea Time Charlie and Allie Joe Jacobs, the Jacobs family of Murfreesboro.
I tell you, Allie Joe, she's amazing to me. Different horses she can get on and ride them.
Yep, that's it. She just changes, and you watch where she holds her hands on different horses.
And different trainers,
She's got it down pat. She ain't missing a lick. Guess what? You're
Me
up.
again?
Yep, you up. You are up.
We'll be right back after these messages.
This place, where you grew up, where your memories were made, and where your dreams were born, where your neighbors stop to say hello, and where you're always welcome to stay a while, where your Fridays are spent under the lights, and where Saturdays are made for the water, where you can feel good about a hard day's work and take pride in a job well done, where small business makes a big impact, and home is always a sight for sore eyes. And where the best things in life, well, the best things in life are the little things. Tullahoma Utilities Authority. Power in community.
The Tennessee Walking Horse is rapidly becoming the horse of choice when selecting a great ride for the family. If you're looking for a smooth, easy ride on the trail that will take you through hills and streams or an obstacle course competition, the versatility of the Tennessee Walking Horse will stand out by showing its willingness to learn and its smooth, easy, steady gait through the course. If it's a competitive show horse you're looking for, the Tennessee Walking Horse is the perfect family horse by young and old. Whether it's flat shot or padded performance classes for an amateur adult or youth, a walking horse is the horse of choice. The Tennessee Walking Horse is perfect for every equestrian division. Also remember one simple truth.
If you ride one today, you'll own one tomorrow. That's a fact.
Folks, this is where you send money to help in the legal fund to combat the new proposed rulemaking that the USDA released here a couple weeks ago. This is tax-deductible donation as fast as a 501c3, and be sure to put legal fund on your memo line, as this guarantees that your money goes exactly where you want it to go.
More of What a Horse coming up.
You know, I'm going to give somebody a plug right quick. Finley Reed. They've got a youth show coming up, and she needs some sponsors. So anybody knows Finley, give her a call. Donate some money.
Yeah.
Go ahead and call her.
I'll give her a call.
All right.
Yep.
We'll do it. All right, we're going to go up to Cookeville, Tennessee, Upper Cumberland. And I want to thank my buddy Bob Roach for the video to show what happened at this show. It was a good one. Here's your 5-year-old mares and geldings. I Am Special and Dickie Scrivener took the blue in this class. For Amy Goodson, Honor Girl and Todd Claiborne. For Carl Smith, Strut, Link Webb. For Charles Gleggern, Stars Ruby, Drew Grays. For Richard and Linda Carnes. And A Confession, Kyle Duvall. Finished out the ribbons. Tell you what, they had a pretty good show. They had problems with the BMO as usual. To me, I've never understood that. We've got some people, they will really fuss because show's so tough, but when the government shows up, they say the government says show's not tough enough.
Yeah.
It does not make sense to me. I've watched show inspect a lot of horses, and I've always thought they is fair and just. They do not create and they do not inspect like Granny does, which that woman should be fired. Should be fired, but she ain't.
Well, the thing with me is, Jerry, if you do something, you should be held accountable for it, and you should explain why you're doing it if somebody asks you that question.
That's a fact. Well, she can't explain that because it's illegal, Jerry.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You cannot sit there and defend. Let me put it all like this. If I'm going 95 miles an hour in a 30-mile-an-hour zone and I get pulled over, what's my defense? My pants were on fire. I mean, in all honesty, there is no defense. And for what she's doing, there is no defense for it.
That's right.
There's no reason for it either. Right here is your 15 and under amateur class. Abby Fox. And she can set a horse.
Yes.
She took the blue on I Am Charlie. Anthony Davis was reserved for Jaden Jackson. A Good Time Charlie, Casey Slagle. The American Mobster, Linda Scrivener, and Dylan Dirty, Leanne Denton. dogs. Jaden Jackson.
Jaden is a good rider.
Yes, she is. Sets the horse good. One real good. Her mother sets a good horse.
Yes.
Her grandfather sets a good horse. Her little brother sets a good horse.
Yep.
And he's getting better all the time.
Uh-huh.
You know, even with the inspections where they were, they had a pretty good show up, up there. A whole lot better than Humboldt, Tennessee. They had 34 horses down there and 9 people inspected. They made a shambles out of it. A rowdy crowd anyway, wasn't it?
It was a rowdy crowd.
They're getting it done. Here's your Trailblazer 5 and under. Jalapeno and Joe Lester took the blue for Kimberly and Perry Walden. Double Dipper, Ashley Gibbons. That's an arms deal for real horse there, buddy. You know, they don't give him credit for what he has produced. Yes. Tammy Tuttle is the owner of that horse. Blue Cypher and Annette England was third. Jose's Buck Wild. Jordan Stacy and Arms Dior.
That jalapeno horse is a good horse now.
Yeah, he is. Real good horse. They're fixing to stand him a stud. Perry told me that was their plans, was to stand him at stud. But now he's never been beat. Never faced defeat. That says a lot right there.
You can see why.
Yeah.
Because he got a lot of walk and shake to him.
Here's your ladies amateur class. Now this was a good one. The Lineman by Dixie Lineman, Debbie Marbury in the saddle. Brain Power and Kathy Baker was reserved. I'm Judge Roy Bean, Sarah Coffey Burks. Cash Second Chance, Leanne Harrison. Our Dixie Darling, Kaylee Clark. That finished out the ribbons in that class, and that was a tough class.
Oh yes,
it really was a tough class. A lot of good horses in there.
It was a good horse. Yep.
they are getting rowdy in there. The way they built that arena, though, you know, with the stands on two sides, and then on a side and an end, and then all the way down one side and the other end, there's no stands.
Yeah.
Built a little bit different than most places. And here's your show pleasure class. This one was a good one. Tough one. Fistful of Cash and Drew Graves took the blue. I Sure Am, R.M. Kellett. Got Your Back, Brad Beard. And Loose in Luck. Loose and Lucky Doc. I like that name, Loose and Lucky Doc. Joanna Schlegel took the blue in there, or was fourth in that one. Brad Beard's on a good one in there, I think.
Horse of Drew's a nice horse. That horse there is a pretty nice horse. Brad's on a good one. RM horse, it looked real good. That's a nice little horse right there, RM. Yeah. I really like Drew's horse. I tell you what, Drew have come up with some pretty nice horses here.
Hey, you can't beat them. I mean, shoot. Like I said, they had up there.
It is.
They had a show to beat. And right here was your part performance specialty. These were some good ones, I can tell you.
Yes.
Link Webb took the blue in this and then drop a line. That's Gay Dempsey. That's Charles Leggers.
Okay.
He's Captain America, Jonathan Baskin. Z for Zorro, Jordan Stacy. Cut Above Dixie, Nick Plafkin. And the Sky Coach, Hayes Harrison, finished out the ribbons. That drop of line, though, that's been a good horse for some time.
Oh, yeah.
Charles's granddaughter rides that horse a lot, shows it. Does a great job, too. Does a real good job.
Back to the flat ball, please. And reverse.
I want to thank Bob Roach again for this video. He's a super good fella. He drop a line.
Oh, yeah.
Flat ball. Back to the flat ball, please.
Was a big horse there.
Oh, yeah.
Here's a good one. Sandra Day O'Connor took the blue in this class. R.M. Kelly in the saddle. He's John Daly and Blake Sims, Strong Ambush, Ryan Cannon, and Country, Mickey McCormick finished out the ribbons. You know, that's not a real big ring up there.
No.
I can pick out R.M. Kelly.
Oh, yeah.
Mickey McCormick. You can pick them out. A lot of these trainers by the way they sell the saddle.
Yep.
R.M. Kelly sets one like, hey, I'm just out for a Saturday afternoon ride.
He always put me in mind of a young Joe Morton.
Yeah, he does. The way he's got that head cocked. Well, if he leaves the legacy that Joe Martin left, he'll be something. Joe was my buddy. We had some pretty good times.
Yeah. Blake Sims riding a good horse.
Yeah, he is.
That's a good class of horse. Ryan Gannett got a good one in there.
Tell you what, you can't knock the show they had.
No, you can't.
They had the caliber of horses up there too.
They did.
I just wish they had a little bit more ethical, I'm going to say, inspection process. But that's something that we're just going to have to fight for. And video like we got up there this weekend, I believe will help if people share it and let them see that they're done. I do want to put out a shout to Blue Ribbon Cleaners. They are a bunch of good people there.
Oh, yes.
I stop in there and quite often. They do a lot of riding suits for the people in the horse show industry. And Mary, she's a good one.
Yeah, she is. She's a good person.
One fine lady. I always enjoy talking to her. So I guess, Jerry, other than we're going to the breeders and check out what they're doing. 90 years.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? 90 years.
I guess you was there when they first started, didn't you?
Yeah, you wish. Let me put it like, I hope I'm still there when we get to 100.
Oh, okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll see y'all again next week, and he'll be a week older.
Working out hard every day to be the best I can. I shifted to the right, shifted to the left, hunker down low and reach high to the sky. Got my rhythm down pat, so they say. I'm looking like a winner in every way. So when I hear somebody say, what a horse, I know they're talking about me, of course. And I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Yeah, I'm a prime example of a Tennessee walker, a high-stepping, fast-walking Tennessee talker. I'm gonna be in that winner's circle someday. Please start talking.